And we are live, and today I'm coming you with a question. When you've done a deal with someone, a business transaction, and you're waiting on their end for them to just do some bits and fulfill what the agreement is, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, how do you start feeling towards that person? You've gone to you've ordered something and they said the fulfillment you get it within a day or two, and it's a third day now. How do you feel towards that person? What's that brewing? Yes, you feel they're unreliable. You feel you can't trust them. You feel that that you can't do business with them. They are no-go. They don't keep their words. Stuff like that, right? So now imagine you are in that situation. It's you said you're going to do something for you and you are not keeping to your word. How do you feel? You feel like you don't trust yourself. You feel like you're not doing that which you said you're going to do. I get you. I have done the same in the past. And I still flag up sometimes that, that still happens. But here's the thing. There is something we can do about it. Hi, I am Nene, and I am a self-love and confidence coach. And I work with introverted women in business who want to gain that confidence to be visible so they can feel seen, heard, and understood. And today I want to talk about being committed to your commitments. When you say you're going to do something, you follow through and do it. You're keeping to the words you kept to yourself. Because when you don't keep those words, then the distrust comes in. Then that means you don't trust yourself. And when someone does that, they're not reliable, they're not trustworthy. The same feeling you would have for yourself. So what I implore us is to think about is being what's the word? It's not really out of my mouth. Integral to ourselves. And yes, integral could mean virtue, but let's have a common understanding of what integral means here. It means that when you say you're going to do something that you intend to do, you do it. You keep to your word. You follow through. You do those things. If not, when you don't do those things, you won't have that trust for yourself. You rob yourself from that confidence of trusting yourself by not following through on the things you said you're going to do. By keeping your word, you're able to build on that confidence in yourself that you are doing the things that you said you're going to do. You're doing the action and you are following through. Okay? So it is an important part to have that integrity for ourselves by doing the things that we said we can't do. But when we have that notion that, yes, I am committed to do this, so that I can build up on that trust for myself, so that I can have that belief in myself. Because with that, when we do the things that we said we're going to do, it builds our trust for ourselves. It builds our confidence that we are doing the things that we said we're going to do. Ways in which we would build up on this confidence in ourselves, we'll go deeper into it. Just to let you know, by the end of this, I'm creating this course that's happening, a group coaching thing that we're going to have together, where we go deep dive into how can we trust ourselves, how can we make sure we're building on this commitment for ourselves. So just keep an eye on it. If you want to know what's going on, and just send me a DM, and I'll keep you posted on what's going on. But that is going to happen towards the end of this year, where we would really start working on what are those things that we can't start relying on being committed to ourselves. Because if we say as business women, introverted business women, we need to start keeping to that words. We need to start holding ourselves up to those commitments to make sure that we are being visible. We are putting ourselves out there. So whatever commitment we're saying we want to do, like we just need to, like, who has done that before? We're modeling those things. That's one way of like making sure we're keeping to our commitments. Like seeing how other people have done it. Seeing how their physiology, like what's going on for them. And then also, what are those things in the order of the way they've done it? Is another way to make sure we're keeping to a commitment to ourselves so that we can truly trust ourselves. We can truly like keep to the things we said we're going to do. Because we don't, not only are we doing we're not trusting ourselves and we're not holding on to ourselves, other people will see that in us and like, oh yeah, she's not reliable, she's not this, she's not that. But when we can own our power and say, yes, I'm going to do that thing which I said I'm going to do, even though it's hard, who has done it before? How can I figure out what are those things that I can put in place to make sure this thing is done? Would it be a way to then start following through on our commitments to ourselves? So start today and start thinking, whatever I say, whatever I declare, let it be that I am going to do those things. Let it be that this is how, and when I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. And if you cannot do it, do not commit to doing it. Do not say you're going to do something that you're not going to be able to do. Okay? Make sure whatever you are committing to doing, you are capable of doing it. All right? So just wanted to like make sure that we're understanding that when we're not doing the things we said we're going to do, our confidence in ourselves is going to deplete. It's just going to like reduce. And it's just going to like prolong with the procrastination. All those things will then start having a knock-on effect. By committing and doing, would we then see that our confidence grow and soar and the things we want for our business to be able to materialize? Because sometimes what is stopping us from doing those commitments is a fear. And by doing certain things, like in terms of like certain, using certain tools and whatever it is that would help us to make sure that we are doing those things. There's so many things we can show and then let you know in terms of like how we can be committed to ourselves, because we have to be committed to choosing our commitment and doing the things we said we're going to do for ourselves. If not, no one's going to rely or believe us. So let's hold on to our words. Let's hold on to that integral part of ourselves and do the things we said we're going to do, so that our confidence in ourselves will grow and our belief in ourselves will continue to materialize and move on. And so yes. So all I'm going to say to end this is talking about being committed to your commitments, making sure that you're showing up and that you're doing the things that you said you're going to do. And if you know you're not going to do it, do not commit to it. Okay? So if you have any other questions around being the commitments and like what challenges or anything that is showing up for you, do put it down so that we can discuss it in further lives and other ways, and we keep moving on from there. And I just want you to remember that your voice matters and it's your time to own it and use it.